guys have heard about Joan of Arc, maybe from a textbook or a history class. Most of the time, Joan of Arc is only mentioned when speaking about the 100-Year War. People only recognize her name, but not what she's actually accomplished. So today, I want to give you guys more insight about Joan of Arc. I'm going to be talking about her life, how she came to be, and what she's accomplished. So by the end of my speech, you'll understand why she's an important female figure in our history. Today, I'll be talking about Joan of Arc's upbringing, her time in command, and why Joan of Arc is important and her impact on the world. Joan of Arc's background. According to the World History Encyclopedia, Joan of Arc was born in Domremy, France, to peasant farmers. Her estimated birth year was around 1412, and she was raised in a very Catholic household which led to her purpose. Joan of Arc claimed that she was getting visions from Saint Margaret, Saint Catherine, and Saint Michael at 13. She thought that she was sent on a divine mission to save France from the English, to get King Charles crowned, and to lead the siege of Orleans. And how did Joan of Arc rise to power? Joan of Arc got Captain Robert de Bourcourt to take her to Charles VII's court. After convincing Charles to let her carry out her mission, she was given armor and permission to lead an army at the siege of Orleans. Now you have a better understanding about Joan of Arc's life and her purpose. I now will be discussing her time in command and her death. How Joan of Arc helped during the 100-Year War. Even with no experience, Joan of Arc was able to lead an army to victory at the siege of Orleans. This lasted through October 12, 1428 through May 8, 1429. This was considered the turning point of the 100-Year War. According to Jeanne d'Arc Project, she was a skilled horseman, swordsman, but tactically she knew how to direct armies and place gunpowder artillery. Joan of Arc liked to focus on more aggressive offense rather than defense, and she fought many more battles between that time of the siege of Orleans. Now we'll be talking about Joan of Arc's key role in the coronation of Charles VII. Joan of Arc leading the French to victory was a key step in solidifying his claim to the throne. Later on, he was crowned at Reims, France, and Joan of Arc's capture and death. Joan of Arc was captured by the English in Compiègne, France. According to the Library of Congress, Joan was captured and burned at the stake as a heretic. Charges included witchcraft and violating divine law by dressing like a man. At only 19, Joan of Arc was burned at the stake for heresy. She had dedicated her life to France. Now, after discussing Joan of Arc's time in command and her death, I now will be discussing her time, why Joan of Arc is important and her impact on the world. How Joan of Arc contributed to history. Even though Joan of Arc lived a short life, she was still able to help save the French from the English during the 100-Year War. And she had contributed and sacrificed her life to her cause, which was saving France. And why Joan of Arc is an important female historical figure. Joan of Arc being in a leadership role at such a young age in a time where women weren't allowed to do anything is really inspiring. This shows little girls today that they are just as capable of things as men are. Now discussing about Joan of Arc's upbringing, her time in command, and her death, and why she's important, it'll bring me to my conclusion. Joan of Arc was a young girl who believed she was sent on a divine mission to save the French. She accomplished many great things in her short life, and she should be honored for her sacrifice to France and contributing to history and society norms. So the next time you hear about Joan of Arc, remember what she did, because 2 textbook paragraphs isn't enough to credit what she contributed to history. Thank you.